Hello. I forgot to push record on the meeting that I had this evening. So I am recording what I said. And if you have any questions, please email me after you watch this and I will answer them. Okay. So we opened in June for our summer programming, and we have had a great summer so far. We've had no issues, and we're super excited that we can remain open and offer fall programming for all of our friends and your children. So we're super excited, and we I wanted to just go over a few things tonight. Everything I'm going to talk about tonight can be found in the parent handbook. So please look at the handbook and read it over carefully, because there are a lot of new things that we're putting in place this school year. Many people have asked about their teachers and their classroom assignments. So things are still changing, and we actually haven't completed the rosters because many changes are happening between children switching days or switching hours, and also we've had some staffing changes as well. A few of our teachers do not feel comfortable coming back because of COVID, and so we're meeting those changes by simply having a smaller school. We have less friends enrolled in our program, and that allows us to have 4 classrooms. We had 5 last year, and we're only having four this year. And the class sizes are smaller. We have anywhere between 5 and 9 friends in a class, depending upon the day and the class. I think there's one day that we have 9 in one class. And other than that, it's between 5 and 8 friends in each class. So we'll be getting you next week. Everybody will find out next Monday, or not next Monday, next week, we'll be telling everybody their class and their teacher. And we look forward to telling you that. So tonight I'm going to talk about our drop-off and pickup policies that we have put in place for the fall. I'm going to talk about our health and safety procedures and policies that we've put into place, our curriculum and our communication, our snacks that we've changed up a bit, and the paperwork we need, and then lastly, invoicing and payment information. So let's start with drop-off and pickup. Drop-off is going to be in the back of the school this year. You drive around, and you have to stop your car, and I will either open the door or you can push a button to open it, and you don't have to get out of your car. We have sent home a daily home screening for your child. Please follow that. Basically, if your child does not feel well, please do not send them. We are going to be able to stay open if we all work together and keep each other safe. And so a sick child cannot come to school because they could spread the germs, and then that would be bad. So looking at the screening sheet, if your child has any uncontrollable cough or difficulty breathing, if they have diarrhea or vomiting, basically if they don't feel well, if they're overly fussy, keep them home. Please take their temperature. If you don't have a thermometer or you are not able to take it that morning, no worries. Please let me know and I will take it when you get there. But your child's temperature does have to be taken every single day. And then the second part of the screening that you're going to be looking for are the questions about, have you had exposure to somebody with COVID? And follow those guidelines. The guidelines are changing daily. Just today, we got information from the New Hampshire Department of Health and Human Services about kind of tweaking their guidelines. So the Department of Health and Human Services, the Dr. Chan, who's the state epidemiologist, has put out the guidelines kind of explaining more about the staying home if your child is sick. So if your child has a runny nose because they have an allergy, you can get a doctor's note and let us know, give us the doctor's note, and then that will allow your child to come to school. If it's an unexplained runny nose, then they can't come to school. But if it's if you can give us a doctor's note saying that your child has this because of something else, then you can come to school. Now, if your child comes to school, they're feeling fine, and then during the day they get a runny nose, whether it's allergies or not, I will call you and you will have to come pick up your child. If you feel that it's allergies, then you need to, again, get that doctor's note, and then they can come to school the next day. But if they're not feeling well, please take them home. And the other guideline that I saw from these new guidelines were that if you travel outside of New England right now, and that would be a hot spot, if you travel somewhere to a hot spot, that taking a test and coming back negative is not enough. You still have to quarantine for those 14 days. Someone asked if someone travels, like you as a parent travel to one of those hot spots or outside of New England, can your child go to school? And the way I am reading this is that yes, you can. That the child can come to school. It's not twice removed. However, if I get more clarification about that, then I'll let you know. But we're just all going to work together and communicate to each other and keep each other safe, and then that will allow us to keep our doors open. So that's the pickup process when you get out of your car. Then what will happen is that I will take your child up the hill to the playground, and another staff member will take them inside. They'll put their bag down, they'll wash their hands, and then they will go to wherever their class is. Pickup is between 7:30 and, drop off is between 7:30 and 9. And you can come when you have signed up to come. It depends on your day when you come. If you drop off after 9 o'clock, you need to call us, and if no one answers, you need to come in and we ask that you wear a mask and that you wash your hands and your child's hands if you come into the building. So at pickup, if you pick up between the hours of, if you pick up at 12, 1 or 3 o'clock on the dot, then a staff member will come out and we'll bring your child out to you, because those are our set pickup times. If you pick up after that time, anytime after 3, then most likely we will be on the back playground. In the afternoon, we have 2 groups. We have a napping group and a resting group, and until about 3:30, between 3:30 and 4, we're going to be in 2 groups, and then between that time, when numbers allow, we will combine. So you may, if you do between 3 and 3:30, you may have to call us and find us. But other than that, we will be in the back playground when the weather is nice. When the weather is not nice, then you may have to call us. We'll be giving you my cell phone and Bev's cell phone, because unfortunately the cell phone doesn't reach down to the indoor play space. So if you call the school and no one answers and you're looking for your child, you can call one of us and we'll help you find that child. But on a good day, when the weather is nice, we will probably be on the back playground after 3:30. And we're going to spend as much time outside as we can when the weather is nice, for sure. In the morning, I'm going to skip that. I'll get to that later. So that's the drop off and the pickup. And so if you have any questions, email us about that. So I'm going to go on to then our pickup, our health and safety procedures that we've been putting into place. So we have always had a clean school, but we have put some more cleaning and sanitizing in place because of COVID. We're sanitizing and cleaning all high-touched areas, bathrooms, and classrooms twice a day, and at the end of the day, we're sanitizing and cleaning the entire school as part of our end-of-day routine. We rotate and sanitize the toys in the classroom to minimize the spread of germs. We use the CDC recommendations bleach solution that is made every single day, and we have purchased some spray, a sprayer that allows us to do a large area and also small areas. So we're using that when we are sanitizing the toys. And then one of the things we're doing even more than we've done in the past is washing our hands. And we wash a lot and we wash often. We, of course, wash our hands when you first arrive. Anybody who enters the building has to wash their hands, including staff. and your friends will wash their hands when the first thing they do when they arrive. And we wash our hands before we eat, after we eat, when we come in from outside. If a teacher sees a friend touch their face, put their hands in their mouth or their nose, we wash our hands. We wash our hands a lot. Staff will wash their hands if we ever have to help your friend with anything. Then we wash our hands. After we help your friend with anything, we wash our hands. So you can practice this at home by washing your hands. You get your hands wet, then you put the soap in. You make bubbles for 20 seconds. You can count to 20, sing the alphabet song, sing the happy birthday song, and then rinse your hands after that. It's an activity, and sometimes it takes us, a little while for all of us to wash our hands. So we have lots of songs and lots of things that we play while we wash our hands. We're limiting the number of children at lunchtime and at snack time. We're limiting the number of children at a table so that they are spread out. We are also we will be eating outside sometimes, or for snack outside a lot of times, and then we sit usually on a towel or something of that sort. And we spread those out as well so that we give the children the space while they're eating. And I'll talk about snack in a little bit, and lunch. But again, we're going to spend a lot of time outside when the weather is nice. That allows us to spread out more, and it's just a safer environment. So we really enjoy being outside. Some of the other health and safety issues I want to talk about are we are asking you to bring your napping things or resting things, and it could be put in a bag that can close so that we can hang those in the office, and that your stuff isn't touching anybody else's stuff, and we're keeping it separate. At the end of the week, we'll send it home with you and you can wash it. And then as far as stuffed animals go, we're not allowing any stuffed animals into the school for play. But if your child would like a stuffed animal for rest time, that's totally appropriate and welcomed. And they'll just have to keep it in the office until rest time. Water bottles are welcome at school, so we're asking you to bring a water bottle. We play outside a lot, and friends need to drink water. So please label that water bottle clearly, and if we need to refill the water bottle, we being the staff will wash our hands before we fill the water bottle. Other than that, we're asking the friends to carry their water bottles outside when we move, and they need to bring their water bottles. The New Hampshire Department of Health and Human Services does not recommend that friends in childcare wear masks. I know that some of you have read the CDC is saying anyone over the age of 2, but we are following, as is most of the preschools in the area, are following the New Hampshire Department of Health and Human Services on this. All staff will wear a mask at all times, but the reasoning is that young friends won't be able to keep it on. They'll be playing with it more, and so they'll be touching their face more. It's not too effective when they do that. And also the staff will have to be helping them all the time. And so we'll be touching their face, and we'll be in their face, and that's not something we want to do. So we are not having friends wear masks at this time. But again, all staff and all adults will be wearing masks at all times. If you enter the building, you'll be having to wear a mask. At pickup and drop off, we are mandating that parents wear masks as well, please, to keep us safe. And then we're not giving tours at this time. There'll be no non-essential adults in the building with us at this time. I talked about this before, but we will follow the CDC guidelines about the quarantining. So if you have any questions about, do I have to quarantine or can I send my child, call me. I will help you find the answer if I don't already know it. And we'll work together and again, keep each other safe. All right, so those are kind of the health and safety issues that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to mention that inside, when friends are in the classroom, we are not going to combine the classrooms unless the numbers allow. One day there are only 3 friends or 4 friends in one classroom, and so we may combine that with another classroom because that would bring up to about 9 friends, I think. So we may combine in that because it's hard to teach a class with 4 friends. And so we're going to keep the numbers low, and we won't be combining in the classroom. We are going to combine when we go outside. So, for example, we're going to keep it the same combination of classes. For example, the ladybugs and the fireflies will go outside together, and the honeybees and the dragonflies will go outside together. And we, again, will be outside as much as we can to when the weather allows, because it's a safe place to be, and everything we want to do, we can do outside. So those are some of the health and safety things I wanted to talk about. Again, you can email me if I'm missing something and you want to ask a question about anything. So I'm going to talk about our curriculum and our communication. So our curriculum, as you probably know, is emergent. We use emergent curriculum so that we can provide what the children's interests are. And so we really build our curriculum around what the friends want to learn about. And it's fun, and the children are invested in it. And we can do this just by watching the children and what they're playing. Sometimes we interview the children, but it really allows us to continue our talking and support what the children are into. And we change themes about once a month, but sometimes if the friends are totally into something, then we'll continue it for another week. So that's that curriculum piece. And then our communication piece. We communicate with email often, as you know. The other 2 ways we're going to communicate this year is with our a parent folder. We don't have parent mailboxes because parents aren't coming into the school. So in your child's backpack, you will have a folder. Please look at that folder because we'll put notes or projects or anything that we need to send home in that folder. And then the other way we will communicate is with Caneboo, an app called Caneboo. And if you were here last year, we started it, and we're going to continue that. It allows teachers to send videos and pictures and notes and messages. And so that will be utilized a lot this year. And the first week of school, the first day of school, I should say, we are going to be sending home your emergency registration form in the communication folder. You need to initial and date the back of that form. If you don't have this form already filled out, then we'll be giving you a new one. But if you already have this form filled out, we're going to be putting it in that folder. It is a licensing requirement that we have that form. So you need to get it back to us ASAP, as soon as possible, please. It is a licensing requirement, and we need that form. We usually do it at drop-off, but because of COVID, we don't want to be sharing pens and getting in your face, so we're doing it this way. So thank you for paying attention to that and taking care of that. Okay, so that's that communication piece. Let me turn my paper. So if you are new to Caneboo, I will be sending out information on how to use Caneboo, and also I use that emergency registration form to add the emails. So I use whatever emails on that form. I usually just add one parent to that Caneboo. If you want both parents, just email me and say, hey, can you add my husband, or can I have mine on there, whatever you want. And I will add whatever email you want, okay? Snack. I'm gonna go on to snack. Snack is gonna look different this year. We are not doing a communal snack for our AM snack. What we're asking parents to do is put something extra in your lunchbox. Your child will pull the lunchbox out, take one thing from the lunchbox. If you want them to have something specific for snack, please just label it snack, and the teachers will help that friend point out that that's what mommy and daddy would like you to have for snack today. Okay. We thought it would be too difficult to try to do that for the afternoon. So our afternoon, if you stay for extended care, SCLC will provide the afternoon snack. Teachers will wash their hands and wear gloves when they serve the afternoon snack. And then for lunchtime, the same thing I talked about before. We're gonna position the children, less children at a table, so that they are distanced, and staff will eat with the children, and they will socially distance when they take off their masks to eat. If they have to get up to help your friend, they will wash their hands and put their mask back on. So that's the snack piece that I want to talk about. All right, paperwork that we need from you. We need the COVID waiver. As we talked about just a minute ago, we are doing everything we can to provide a safe environment for your friends. We're going to work together as a community to keep each other safe. But the state has suggested that we do a COVID waiver, so we added that to this year, and so please sign up COVID waiver and give it back to us. Please read and sign the parent handbook signature page, that you've read it and you understand it. We sent out invoices today with the tuition agreement sheet, so please fill that out. Let me know how you want to pay, check or credit card, and if you want to pay weekly or monthly. We will set up automatic payments for you if you would like to pay by credit card, either monthly or weekly. And you will see that we invoice monthly. So every month you will receive an invoice for the entire month. And you don't have to pay that. If you pay weekly, you can just pay weekly. So you have to know your weekly tuition is what I'm trying to say. And then if you get your invoice today and you see something that's not correct, please let us know. If we have to change something, especially if we have you in too many days or not enough days, because we're trying to finish up the rosters. So please connect with me about that. So that's let me make sure I got everything here. Yep, we can do the automatic payments. Oh, some weeks are 4 weeks, and some months you will see in invoicing are 5 weeks, and some months are 4 weeks. If the beginning of the week or month, if that Monday is in that week, we count it for that month. So in other words, example, we start August 31st. So if we have this month, September would be 5 weeks, and we're including that August 31st Monday in September. We would have anyways because of summer, but that's how it works. I hope that makes sense. But let me know if it doesn't. So if you have any questions, please let me know. This is sort of a nutshell of what our school year is going to look like. We have 4 classrooms. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but we have 4 classrooms: the Ladybug classroom, the Firefly classroom, the Dragonfly classroom, and the Honeybee classroom. They're all downstairs. The Butterfly classroom that we had last year is not a classroom. We're using that classroom to clean toys. So we have a clean side of the room and a dirty side of the room, and an area where we can sanitize and clean toys. And so having lower numbers, having fewer friends allows us to have that space, which is fantastic. So, but everything I talked about tonight is in the parent handbook. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. We are getting new information all the time about COVID and CDC recommendations and Department of Health and Human Services, and we will stay on top of that. We'll communicate to you any changes in our policy via email, and but if you have any questions, just let me know. We're super excited to see your friends. We miss everybody a ton, and look forward to starting school the 31st. You can look forward to seeing your teacher with a little video and your classroom next week. Goodbye.